Welcome back to F125, my team career. We are off to the Yas Marina circuit for the final race of this season at Abu Dhabi. If you've not watched the last episode, I urge you to go watch the last episode that happened at Vegas, where we fought with the Williams for the last point scoring position in that race. But if not, you can click up above. The link to the playlist will be right above my head. But yeah, final race of the season, we're looking good. Constructors is secured, well ahead of Williams, 31 points ahead of Williams. So even the only way they can do it is unless they have like a crazy finish and like maybe one of them wins and one of them is in P2 or something like that, but very unlikely. Final R&D screen going in to the final race of the season is like this. McLaren, Ferrari level, with Red Bull slightly behind and Mercedes even slightly behind them. I could be wrong, they could almost all be level. No, actually no, I think the top three, McLaren, Red Bull and Ferrari, are level. Then Mercedes is slightly behind. Then there's a drop off to Williams. Then we are now level with Aston Martin, making us the 6th fastest team currently, and we are ahead of the remaining back four markers. So it's definitely going to be a battle between the Williams and the Aston Martins here. Hopefully we can get some points into the final race, as you know, just to keep momentum going into season number 3, which will be happening very later in this. It will be happening after a while, because after this season we will be moving on to FC26. We'll be doing a season or 2 for that, and we'll see how before we return to my team, because we've done a lot of my team. So let's just take a break, maybe until the ending of the year we come back to my team. Maybe there's a new update or something. But yeah, without further ado, I am gonna go to free practice 1, but don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you lot for quali in a sec. Right, quali time. In free practice I think we were in the top 5 for fastest. I think Albon was fast enough on mediums as well, and we did our fastest lap on the mediums as well. But yeah, let's see what we can do. We're gonna drive out here because I've got to learn the pit exit as well. I didn't practice doing a pit exit. I've done pit entrance, so I know how that is, so that's good. We should have a bit of pace here. I think we looked all right in the first sector or not. I don't know if you can take this flat. Okay, so once you come out of the tunnel, it's basically flat, which is good. Yeah, hopefully we can have like, we can be in like a good position. That's just what I want to. Like, I'll take a top 10. I'll take a top 10 here. So, but I just want to get us. I just want us to score points. You know, to end the season in a good way for all our hard work. You know, and hopefully finish above a Williams driver, or both of them if possible. Yeah, that's what we're hopefully gonna be doing here. We're just gonna let this Alpine go, I believe it is. Is that Albon actually? Now we just need to slow down so we can get like a good start. We don't want any dirty air. Tires are warmed up. Here we go. First lap qualifying. Let's see what we can do. A lot of speed down there. Yeah, battery. Decent turn 1 there. Not too bad. Got very close to the line there. Bit of battery again. We're just saving all of it for the straight. Don't know if downshifting to second was the best idea. I burn all this battery on the straights. Hulkenberg gone faster so far with 22.6, beaten by a 21's flat from Carlos Sainz. Alright here. Okay, more battery burning. Don't know if I should have increased my brake bias for that turn. Don't know if I broke too early yet. A bit more battery on the exit here. Just so I get that on limit. We've gone up to 8th gear, surprisingly. best I've taken this first sector so far. We've got a bit of battery. Let's see where that puts us. P4, a 21.4. Interesting. So behind Sonoda, Follow Signs, and I don't know who's in P1. I don't think it's Albon. It is Albon. Oh wow. What's he done? A 25. With, oh my gosh, we're well off the pace. That's interesting. We are well off the pace here. Well, the first one of qualifying has particularly gone great because that Williams has still got a bit of speed and he's faster than a Ferrari, which is very interesting, and a Red Bull. So that's concerning. That's very concerning. I don't know what we did there because the lap felt clean. Maybe I did brake a little early in some of the corners. Maybe I should have increased the bias and then tried to go a bit later and brake in. But I don't know. We'll have to get back to the pits and see. Because that's a very interesting. But yeah. Back to the pits we go. The pits. Let's see. So Albon was a second faster than us, basically. Yeah, just about a second faster than us. I'm at 1.5 of the pace. So sector 1 to Albon, we were well off. Sector 2 to Albon, what did he do? He did a 34.1. So we were 2 tenths off Albon in the middle sector. The final sector, still 2 tenths off again. So I think we lost a chunk of our lap time in the first sector where we were about 3 tenths off. Actually, no, we're about almost 4 tenths off. Yeah, there were 2 tenths off, another 2 tenths off again. So that's very interesting. I don't know if it's the setup we've got, but should be an interesting one. But yeah, we're just gonna sim and then we're gonna go out again. Okay, just gonna sim the time to about 2 minutes 30. Then where are we falling down? So currently we are P10. So you know what, not too bad. But Albon is up into P5, which is concerning. Who else is out of position? I think there was another. We are fast. Okay, our car is definitely faster than the Aston Martins, even though in the chart on paper, they are fast. They have the faster car, but I think our car performs better. You got Antonelli behind us here. So, yeah, we've got to be careful. So if Hadja's in P13, you can obviously see we do have a good car, but maybe just a setup, yeah. Yeah, let's go out. Maybe I didn't warm up my tires enough. Maybe I should get them to 1%. We will see. Maybe my tires weren't in that. They weren't at peak optimal performance. Maybe that's another thing, but we'll see though. As we will be the last car to come out of the pits. I want to see if I can get a bit closer here. See if I can get a slip. I don't think I will, but okay, let's see if we can get our tires up to 1% before we start the lap. Maybe that gives us a bit of a kick. Because if we were to tell the AI to drive out, I feel they will get it to about 1%. I'm not going fully flat there. Okay, we've gone one side to 1%. Okay, let's go. At least we've got a decent delta to tell us what we're doing wrong. A lot more speed through there. Oh, just bottomed over that curve there. A lot more curve through there. Up there. 2 tenths up a minute. A lot more battery than we did the first run. Really finding 2 tenths there. Not got a lot of straight line speed. Oh, I made a mistake through that. I made a massive mistake doing that. Oh, we lost the time. Damn it. We lost time doing that. And you know what? Yeah, I'm actually on a battery. Ah, interesting now. Go on, exit. 4 tenths. Through there. The battery, minus 6 tenths was that. That's P9. I think P9 and P8? P9. I don't think we definitely didn't get ahead of Albon. Oh, decent lap, but we did struggle there. Hadja, P13, we are ahead of Antonelli. Albon finished P6. Verstappen in the Merc, P8. Carlos P7. Two McLaren second and third. Russell on pole position. Leclerc fifth. The world champion of this season in fifth. So I don't think we'll get. I think Albon will probably fall back a bit, but yeah, that Williams has got a bit of pace around this track. We did find some time though. We did get into the high 2020s. So considering we did a 21.4 before, I believe, yeah. So it's not. Was it 21.4? No, it couldn't have been 21.4. We should be able to check. It's a race director. Here we go. Yeah, we did 21.4. Now we did a 21.8. So we did find a bit of time that we did. We could have got a bit more time if we didn't make that mistake early coming out of the hairpin. But yeah, not too bad. Starting P9. Don't know if anyone's got any grid penalties, but yeah. On to the grid, we go for the final race of season number 2 of my team career. Right, so we are starting P8 here. I don't know who's fallen back. Must have been Lance Stroll, I believe. But was Stroll ahead of us? I don't think he was. No. It couldn't have been Stroll because Leclerc was... Oh, it's Leclerc, isn't it? It's Leclerc. Yeah, it's Leclerc. Leclerc's down to P15, so he's got 10 place grid penalty. So yeah, because Leclerc qualified P5, I remember saying it. So yeah, Leclerc drops down to P15. It must have changed some engine parts. So that's us one position closer to Albon. We can just about see him on the right hand side there. But yeah, strategy wise, medium hards, possibly I didn't even look at the strategy everybody else is running. So Max is on hards, we should be able to get him on the line. Albon's on hards, we should be able to catch up to him as well. So yeah, it should be an interesting race. Let's see what we can do here at Abu Dhabi. Right, here we go. 5 red lights. Away we go. Oh, what's happened? Had a good start on those hard tires there. I believe we got overtaken by Tsunoda in the Red Bull. We're just gonna touch the brakes early to avoid the former teammates fighting Tsunoda and Verstappen. Oh, bloody hell. Got to lift off through that. Gonna see if we can get round on the inside here. Of both of them. Oh, that curb has done us in. We kept it clean, but we just rode the curb and it just sent us straight towards Tsunoda. As Tsunoda's gonna have a run on that inside, but Verstappen's gonna be on the outside here. We're gonna have to kind of squeeze Tsunoda, but keep him on track. And we get past nicely up to P7 here. Get on the step through there. And we can see Albon in our sights, and he's falling back from Carlos Sainz, obviously because he's on the hard tires. So let's see what we can do here. We have to be very careful with that understeer I mentioned earlier, because on the start we was feeding a bit of understeer through here, and we have all the way from Tsunoda the charging Max Verstappen. Verstappen is on hard, so I won't be surprised. And we can't really recharge through here at this point with G Carlos and doesn't work. Oh, Albon sliding on the exit there. There's hards. Haven't warmed up enough. Do I dare send it? I dare not. And I am taking the weirdest racing line possible through there. Trying to just put my car in places that will make it very uncomfortable for him. And now we need to get into the DRS here. Which we will, but we've got Tsunoda behind us, which I don't particularly like in that bloody Red Bull. But he probably will pass both of us at a point because he's in a Red Bull. The only grace we have here that we're getting a bit of a tow from Albon. Gonna outbrake him slightly. Not Albon, I meant Tsunoda. I'll outbrake Tsunoda slightly. We'll get DRS again, but we are low on battery, so we might as well recharge it and hold our line here. We held on to that nicely for the battery, because I know Tsunoda's gonna look to send it. Don't do that. So far so good. We have lost his front runners, but our battle was never with them. You can still see Albon squirming on corner exits there. Got very close to that, but Oscar actually takes the fastest lap of the race so far. Leclerc stolen it. He's on a charge championship. This year's driver champion. It's on a charge here. I don't know what position he's in, but best believe he will be up ahead soon. We still can't really get a move on Albon. We are kind of suffering from that understeer aforementioned, and we'll just try and stay onto the inside line here. Oh, as we touch on the brakes, managed to put it around, and we get a lovely exit there onto Alex Albon. We should be able to pass down this inside line. We're gonna switch on the recharge. Up and up to 6. Absolutely lovely. No flashback so far, which normally happens at the beginning of every race we do, and we seem to be doing so far this season. Even with them, I think I just I played it cautious at turn 1. Just didn't see the risk in it. Now we have got Albon behind us, but at least we're not going to be suffering from understeer or dead here actually. Getting dirty around here is quite harsh. All we need to do is just keep it clean as far as we can get all our brake points. So we climb over the curve, we do lose a bit of time. The good thing for us is that Sonoda is going to be very quicker than Alba, so he's going to be looking to overtake him. We do have to use our battery here, try and get them out of the slipstream. But we are doing nicely, but they are coming back again. Sonoda and Alba are fighting there. Don't know if there was any contact between them. Might have been. They're still fighting. Verstappen has come into the mix here. Albon's lost 2 positions there. Just through those few corners. Now Sonoda's on the charge because he's been giving clean air here, which isn't good for us. But it seems in the third sector we've just got a bit more pace than them, especially under the bridge. Through there. Now we're down to P9 here. I feel eventually we will have to lose positions from Sonoda and Verstappen, but then as far as we're ahead of Albon at the minute.
Okay, gap to the car in front. 3.
Azuki tries to send it on us there and almost tries to go for a switchback here, but we kept our line, so he couldn't make that switchback work there. We're gonna tuck to the inside here. We've got the slipstream, probably gonna be using the battery. We're gonna look to try and outbrake him. Oh, just about made that work. Kind of went long on the brute wide. We went a bit deep there. But as it seems, Sonoda might be able to get us here. We dart to the inside there. Oh, but Sonoda picks up the fall early as we go off track there, and we're gonna have to concede the position. As Leclerc is up to P9 already. Well, I'm not surprised. He did get the fastest lap at one point. Now we're suffering from understeer through this car section where we're normally quicker than him. Then the AI here, not too bad. So this means we're probably gonna finish P10 and get only a point here at Abu Dhabi. But you know what? We will take that. The floodlights have started to turn on here. Depending on what's happening there into the racing line. A lot more battery than we did by new hamster speeds. You can see Leclerc swapping. Him and Verstappen darting. Oh, there's contact. I don't know if that was because of me darting as well. We'll have a flashback to see that. Right, so we've pulled away. Those who are fighting, they've given us the racing line. We've taken it. We can see Verstappen darting back towards us, and then he adjusts his wheel. And as he's still fighting, actually, let's go on board with Verstappen here. Because Verstappen's pulled away. He's pushed. Actually no. Yeah, he started to push Leclerc wide. Then we've seen the gap. We've gone over to the racing line and he darts back to the racing line. Then he sees us. Then he has contact with Leclerc. And as we're turning, him and Leclerc there's basically no room, and I'm kind of turning as well. Which forced me and Verstappen to have contact, but him and Leclerc have already made contact before that's happened. Which is how we are ahead of both of them still. So interesting battle or positions going on here between the 3 of us. Leclerc tries to make a move here, and we send it onto the inside there. But it's going to be similar to Yuki again. He's just going to have that line with more grip. Oh, 1-0 for that send, but we make it work. We're just trying to hold on as much as possible. If they will get past us, I am not refuting that, but if we can just hold on, because I think they might be able to get us before detection point into the straight, and if they can, we will get DRS going up to the straight, which is something I'd like, so we'll see. But they're quite far, there's something quite far back here, so he might not get us. Nope, he's not going to get us there. Trying to switch back again, just pulling Verstappen along. Very deep. I can just have to back off of that. See Leclerc there. I've not seen how my tyre doing alright. Oh, Leclerc thought of it. Just saw his car twitching to the side. What about sending it through? Yeah, I'm just gonna use the lap 8 so far. This is doing good for our strategy. I've just tried to check. So we are playing in the next 2 laps. So they will probably get past us this lap or next lap, depending. So recharging. We've got basically a full battery. which is good, so you can burn all the battery here. Leclerc is ahead of Verstappen coming up to the straight here. Ooh, bit of a almost a bit of touchy. But we sent it, but this time we were a bit more early onto the brakes here, as there was a lot of contact between both of us here. I'm gonna see this again. They obviously sent it quite, we started braking quite early, and Leclerc just turns in. We are just there. Then we kind of go around, and I've just climbed this massive curb, and I think Leclerc's actually taking the curb. So because we went over the curb, I think it kind of took, yeah, because considering I was already sliding, so we just both of us basically went over the curb, and Leclerc's just literally gone off, and because of that he's obviously lost time for us because he has to get back onto the road and all that. But yeah, not too bad. But if we can still hold on before we have to pit, this could be very good for our race, because if we're holding up these lot and then we pit, we're going to be very good. Not taking a stupid line through there, and that line is compromised as well. That happens back ahead now. We would have had the other as well. Leclerc struggled to pick the throttle back up after going over that. I don't know what you call that ramp of a corner, or a ramp of a curve. That was not ideal. But we've got a lot of battery, so I'm not too worried. Just need to hold out. If we can get a P7, it would be good, but I highly doubt it. We're still just aiming to finish ahead of Alvin. That's my aim. Okay, let's start here. Get out of the slipstream. Cross back over. Same move here. A bit earlier. And Verstappen's gone over the touch curve as well. And that works like a treat. Let's even see from Verstappen's point of view. Because I've turned in. A bit of a wheel to wheel. Nothing too crazy. Then from Verstappen's point of view, I've turned normally and he just has to cut over the curb. That sausage curve, yeah, is working like an absolute treat. Leclerc's got past now. And we have to do this one more time, because we will be pitting this lap. I still feel good as well, so very good strategy for us at the minute. Holding up these guys. Being a bit aggressive. Well, not aggressive, I can't even speak, but that's what you have to do, you know. Got full battery, can stop recharging. I'm gonna see if I can kind of keep a gap and see if Leclerc doesn't get back into my DRS, or if he does, we will be ready. Gonna just keep pushing on corner exits with the battery, and we'll burn it down the straight as well. So it does gain through that little section, even though we were slightly ahead of it. Hey, we're not going to be under DRS here, that's good, but we also don't want them to have a slipstream. So it opens up to P9 here. I don't know if Verstappen's pit. Maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. I'm not too sure. Like, Albon's got past Leclerc here. Obviously, Albon's got DRS, so... yeah, oh, yellow flags. What's happened there? What the hell's happened there? Oh, Albon's binned it, Albon's binned it. Albon's binned it straight into the wall. Alex Albon, he's absolutely binned it. Wow. And that is... oh, I didn't know, I literally forgot what corner I was on. Or where I was on track. I believe Albon still would have been there. Red flag. Oh wow. The stroke of luck. I thought Albon would have been able to get past, because he spun, so I was like, yeah, he'd obviously just have to slow down a bit. But like, well, this plays into our hand nicely, because
right, if we play this right, we can get a nice advantage here. Let's have a think about how
we were going to pit anyway, and now we're going to be on soft tires because there's not that many. So this has actually worked in our favor, because we're not going to have long enough to stay on hards because it's not worth it. Because but if we were but Alex as well, if we were on mediums, if we were on hards, we would have just gone mediums to the end. But 8 lap mediums was decent, but 8 lap softs even better. But yeah, red flag here, caused by Alex Albon. We're gonna be back on the grid. We're gonna see if we can quickly pause it. And let's see where Albon is now. So Albon is now out of the points. He's going to finish. He's in P15, so he's gone to the mediums. Hadjo's on the softs. Hadjo could probably get past Antonelli here. All the medium runners have gone to softs, apart from Hamilton, who's on hards, which I think he was. We might be able to get past Hamilton. And we've got a chance of getting past Yuki Tsunoda, which we couldn't get past earlier. The medium runners have all gone to hards. No, not all gone to hards. Then the ones at the back have all gone hards. A couple back runners have done double hards. So I think a couple hard medium runners have already, yeah, a couple people had already stopped before that, safe before the red flag. 2 laps early, the four cars at the back had already stopped for hards, so they've got screwed there and they've got to stop. They now stop for hards again. Yuki Tsunoda changed his front wing, which must have been from earlier. So did Leclerc, and Albon's changed his front wing. Have red lights though. Tsunoda, flip here now. Hold on. Am I bugging, or does Sainz not have a rear tire? Oh my gosh, look at this glitch. Sainz doesn't have one of Sainz's tires are missing. What is going on here? Who's this? Tsunoda? What am I seeing? What in the glitch was that? Sainz doesn't have a rear left tire. Because that was a bit touch aggressive there, but we make it work. So does Jackson. A lot of cars are literally glitching, which is interestingly enough. Look at Aiden Jackson. He's missing a rear right tire, but it doesn't seem to be slowing him down though. So this is very interesting here. As we are catching up to him in the third sector, which is our speciality. Yeah, you can just see two cars so far have been glitched. As Jackson has to pit, which I think might have to be because of the glitch. So Jackson's pit. And I think Carlos has pit as well. So I think there was actually a glitch. They just had no tires. Okay. That's new. Okay. Don't know what the hell has happened there. But 2 cars just had no rear tires. For whatever reason, the game just decided not to give them rear tires. And now Sainz and Aiden Jackson are at the back of the grid. But you do get the track limits warning there. But yeah, I don't think we hit them early on at the start. That gave them wheel damage, which I highly doubt it. But I don't know what type of contact we've had with them to give them wheel damage like that. But it would explain why they were going so slow and why I actually even caught up to it even. That's a bit touchy there.
The track is clear, green flag.
Antonelli is out of the session. Oh, that's very good for us there. Oh, I've just realized I'm still on none. That would explain a lot. While I was being recharging my battery, but still getting caught up at the same time. That's interesting. So yeah, the Ferrari and the McLaren have absolutely been screwed by the game here by not having tires, which is very weird. But yeah, that's very interesting. Like I don't even understand how that happens.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.5 seconds.
Got the 2 Red Bulls here. Who blocked off Leclerc there. But he's going to follow his teammate. So we're still defending there. Got 5 laps to go. 2 Red Bulls are still fighting. They can't overtake in this. They can't overtake now. The green flag just came back on that. That's what that would have been. Well, we're still in P4 here. Surprisingly, we've not been able to catch Lewis. Surprising. I think his tires have been up at this point. We got Leclerc this time ahead enough. That's a detection point there. Good exit for us there. Start to the inside. That's just Leclerc turning in like a madman there. But I was already slowing down, and then he just turned in, and I'm like, sorry. So basically, we tried throughout the whole third sector. Don't really make a difference though. Right, lap 17 of 20 so far. Not full battery, yeah.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Good exit. So there is a... Oh, actually, is that... Hadja is up to P8. Fair enough. Yeah, I think all the hard runners have been done. Oh, actually, no. Because those two cars that went out, Jackson and Sainz, they got pushed up 2 places. So if you add those 2 cars down, 9, 10, so Hadja would have been about like 10th. Yeah, Hadja would have been 10th at this point. So what else has happened as well? So Albon is in. I don't think Albon is in the pack with us. Because I know our teammate is slightly there. Oh, he's a bit far back. Then you got Albon slightly there. So if we can keep holding up the pack here, Hadja could get closer to us. I think that's probably going to be our plan. But it's going to be a tall order though, but we'll see. Just take it slow through that, don't need to really push. What's the tower saying? Oh, we have been pushing.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 5.2 seconds.
I think it's up to P. I think is it P7? Was it? Oh no, it's not P7 because there's definitely P7. So he's gonna be P8, yeah. But the question is, it will be, can he even get closer though? Leclerc is with us now. Me and Leclerc pulled away from Verstappen. Don't know what happened there though. Don't know how we pulled away from both of them ever. But we've got to back up, mate. Don't know what they're doing there. But I do think Hadja has caught up to them. No, Hadja's with Albon now. Lap 18 here. Going round. The Barks of the penultimate lap soon. Oh, contact. Try to dart into that line. But okay, he's giving me space. Whoa, bro just turned into me. Like, what the hell? Bro's just turned into me. What the hell? And I'm not even like as exaggerating. Like, I've just gone there, I've darted into the racing line, as I'm braking, he's literally closed that gap onto me. Like, seriously? I left him the space, he got past me, but that wasn't enough apparently. Yeah, you can't commit miracles. So look, Oscar Piastri is leading this race here. And Lewis Hamilton is kind of just driving his own race at this point on those hard tyres. It's very interesting. I think Albon has gotten past Hadja. Look at Verstappen here now. Brought back up for us. Because we have been fighting, so I'm not blaming him. And yep, you can see all those cars in that fairy here. Before we go forward, yeah, Albon has gone past Hadja. So yeah, so it tells you that Albon does have the pace. Even though on the restart he was P15, if I'm not mistaken. Do I get a penalty for that? Of course I do. Absolute joke. Push that through. Probably go. I think the tires are starting off quite a bit. Yeah. Right, we're about to start the final lap of this season of my team career, of season number 2. We've managed to hold off the pack by we had a good restart. 2 cars basically had to pit because apparently they had no tires, which I don't know what glitch that they were running, but yeah, and we are just gonna full on home here. We're just gonna do some, try and get a decent quality lap in on very new softs. Try and fight Leclerc as well. And Leclerc just hits me. Of course he does. Does give Leclerc a bit of a left tap there. He has pulled away here, lovely. That works. Put a bit of carnage there. Nothing like unexpected. Don't think I should have used hot lap mode. I think I should have just kept to my same strategy. I should just put it on medium on this one. They're not going to pack us through here. Right, and Piastri wins the final race of the season. Russell comes in P3 as Verstappen looks for a move there. Very aggressive from the Mercedes driver. You know, we're gonna come home for a P4 here. Didn't expect us to get up here. At the beginning of the race I was looking more like a P9, but we managed to hold on until our pit window, and just as we were about to enter the pits, a red flag happens and flips this race on its head. Leclerc, driver of the day, no surprise, he started P15 with a template's good penalty and he finished P5 or P6. Don't know what he finished, but yeah, not a bad way to end the season. I said I wanted to go out with a bang. We went out, we finished P4. Hadja definitely scored I'm pretty certain scored a point or points, which he did, finishing in P9. It's a shame he couldn't keep ahead of Alex, but it is what it is. We got 12 points, he got 2 points, 14 points at the end of the season. Alex's 4 points didn't really matter to us at the end of the day. But yeah, not a bad way to end this season. But yeah, let's see what happened to cause the safety car. Because I know it is when Alex Albon spun that we had a safety car. So we go on board with Alex because he got past Leclerc there. And then round here he spun and he got stuck on track. He had lost his front wing. So that's how he lost his front wing. So Albon was stuck on track. Obviously he has to wait. Then he started to reverse. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. So you're telling me Lawson coming around here in like 4th gear sees Albon stop to there and decides to stop. And Albon was still trying to reverse and then he's just like parked up there. So that was what caused the red flag. Then if you go back onto the grid here, hold on, this is actually a good place to see it. So Hamilton was here, Jackson and Sainz in P3, P4. Apparently, it's not even one set of tyre. The Ferrari mechanics forgot to put the front left for Carlos and the front and the rear left. They forgot to put on the front right and the rear left tyre for Carlos Sainz. I don't know how he made it back into the pits with only 2 sets of tyres, because that car would not be balanced and driving at 100, 200, whatever. But then for the McLaren team as well, the rear right tyre of Aiden Jackson wasn't on his car. What has happened here? I don't even understand what this was. And then they had to pit. So it wasn't even a glitch. If it was a glitch, they would have still been driving. But for them to pit, it means their mechanics forgot to put their tires on. I don't know how they were able to get back onto the grid, because they'd have to go on an outlap to get back to the grid. So how did that not pass the outlap and they didn't realize that? I'm so confused, especially for Carlos. Carlos is even worse than Jackson. Jackson could still probably get around limping with 3 tires. But Sainz, brother's got 2 tires. Crazy. That was what took us up to P4 anyway, because we were here, we had a good start, we got past Sonoda, because apparently, because you see Sonoda, he just starts weaving. Like, Sonoda starts weaving like a madman. Like, what is he doing? I don't know. Yeah, see, Sonoda starts weaving, which is what catches me off guard, and I just try and move away. But then Max Leclerc is there, and we kind of go through identity one, and I'm in probably the better line because I've managed to get past off Sonoda at the apex, and then me and Leclerc just had a bit of contact, and that was how we got past Sonoda. And then the other 2 drivers, like Sainz and Jackson, are just here. Like, this doesn't even make sense. How is Carlos driving like this? How is he driving like what speed am I even doing at this point? Or what speed is a driver doing at this point? So a driver is like, 200 miles per hour at this point. And you're telling me Carlos Sainz is driving with 2 tires? There is no way. There is no way in hell he does that. But yeah, we managed to go around. Leclerc's still there, and then we just managed to dart to the inside of Carlos. A bit of contact. We kept it a bit clean, because I don't think Carlos could have even fought it, because yeah. Then we had Jackson here. We didn't get past him because he dove into the pits, and that's when that's what made me aware, oh, they're diving into the pits. So I thought maybe it was just a tire glitch, but their tires were there. But no, it wasn't even a tire glitch. Like, where is Jackson? So Jackson comes into the pits here. Hold on a sec. No, hold on. I must be sleeping. I must be bugging. Hold on a sec. Oh, look at this. Look at this. So we can clearly see Jackson has no tires. Has no rear right tire. He's going. Still no tire. Still moves. He just about crosses the pit entrance. Then the tire shows up. Sorry. Let's see Carlos. Like, Carlos is even... We need to get a better view of Carlos. Does it happen to Carlos? I don't think it does. Maybe it does. But the tires clearly impacted them, because... Yeah. The same happens to Carlos. Immediately he enters the pits. Apparently he's got 4 set of tires. So... I don't know what type of tire glitch this is. But my oh my. That is something interesting. And then... Let's go back to Jackson. So... We obviously know he had no rear right tyre. So he comes back to the pit and he gets a rear tyre on. For some reason, I'm pretty sure they decided to put on, what tail tires are those? Hard tires. So for Carlos as well, hold on. So Carlos 2 comes into the pits and they remove his tire. The tire he didn't have on the start of the race, which made him slow. Because there would have been no way I'd be able to dive bomb Sainz if he had tires. So very, very interesting. But yeah, wow, I don't even know what to say about two cars not having tires. I don't even know what to make of that. We've got level 5 fan rating, so that's nice. Lewis is retiring, as we do know, so next season should be interesting with Lando coming back to the grid and maybe he replaces Lewis. But yeah, we are gonna end it there for season number 2 of this My Team save. We'll be back with my team later down the line because now we're going to be doing some FC26 content on the channel. But yeah, my team will return after a while. I do want to kind of take a break from it anyway, so that's why I'm trying to move to FC26 because I've not done any content on it since it's released. But yeah, we'll be moving to FC26. That will obviously come out on the Friday after this comes out on Wednesday, with the first episode on Friday. But yeah, it's been a good season, to be fair. Let's have a quick look at how the R&D chart actually ended so far. It should technically be the same. If there's anything different, I'll show you. Okay, now nothing is really different. But yeah, actually what we should show is how everything ended, the whole championship ended. So as you can see, Leclerc finished with 300 points and Joshua and Hadjar finished at 9th and 10th, so not too bad. Albon was 10 points away from Hadjar, so yeah, there's the decent weekend we had with both our drivers kind of helped us there. And the two RBs didn't score a point this season, the two Saubers and the two Hasses, so 3 teams didn't score a single point in a whole season, 16 race season, so that's very interesting. We do finish P5 though with 79 points in the constructors. This is how the constructors look. Red Bull win the constructors with 453 points. It was a quite bout. I think if the Mercedes drivers had better race, Russell did get a P2 though, so I think if Verstappen finished ahead of the Red Bulls, or maybe if one of the Mercs won the race and finished, if they came first and second, I think the Mercs would have taken it, but they didn't. But yeah, McLaren there, Ferrari and us in P5, then Williams, Aston Martin, Alpine, Sauber, Haas and Racing Bulls. So yeah, all in all, not a bad season, not a bad way to end the season, getting some decent points there. But yeah, we are going to end it there for today's episode. Thank you lot so much for watching. We are on the road to, I think we're somewhere around 800 or something subscribers, so that's amazing. Appreciate all of you watching, leaving likes, leaving comments if you are. If you aren't, leave some below. Let me know what you thought of the final race of the season. Was that a bit too much? Was that a bit too aggressive? And to be fair, I did say if our car is faster, I'm not going to be fighting. But when we're fighting for positions here, when there was a P4 on the card, I'm going to have to bring out all the stops, respectfully. You know what I mean? I'm not like diving straight into their sidepulls or anything. Just a bit of water contact. Some of them are flying over the sausage curb, so there's not more than I can say. But yeah, we're going to end it there. And yeah, next time out, there was no. Next time we will be playing FC26. So yeah, let me know your thoughts for this season of F125 and what do you want to see for FC26. Let me know down in the comments, and yeah, I shall see you lot then. Have a good one. Peace.